Hello everyone, welcome back to the GTA 6 information channel. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, we're talking about something a little different, but something I think is just as important as trailers, graphics, and big gameplay reveals. Today's topic is GTA 6 small features that will make a huge difference. Now grab a drink, get comfortable, because this is one of those discussions where details really matter. We're not talking about massive headlines features today. We're talking about the small things, the systems, the mechanics, and details that GTA 5 either skipped, rushed, or never fully committed to. The kind of features people don't always talk about, but once they're there, you will feel their absence immediately when they're not. GTA 5 is still an incredible game. No one can deny that. It changed open world gaming forever. It lasted over a decade, and it built one of the most successful online experiences ever. But even with all that success, GTA 5 had its flaws. And some of the flaws were surprising because they weren't big technical limitations. They were simple systems that felt like they should have been there from day one. So today, I want to go through a few small features that GTA 5 missed, explain why they mattered, and let's talk about why GTA 6 is the perfect opportunity for Rockstar to finally get these things right. Let's get into it. First up, and probably the most controversial one on this list, fuel or petrol in cars. This is something that has been debated in the GTA community for years. Some people love the idea and others hate it immediately, and I understand both sides. If fuel is done badly, it becomes annoying very quickly. No one wants to be mid-session, mid-chase or mid-heist and suddenly their car cuts out because the tank is empty. But here's one thing, fuel doesn't have to be extreme. It doesn't need to turn GTA into a driving simulator. Done right, fuel could be light, optional system that adds immersion without ruining the fun. Maybe fuel only matters during long drives, maybe it drains very slowly, but maybe it's a setting you can turn on or off depending on how you want to play. Even just giving fuel stations a real purpose would change how the world feels. Right now, they're mostly just decorations. In GTA 6, stopping to refuel during a long escape or planning a road trip properly could add tension and realism without ever become frustrating. And we already know this system works. Roleplay servers in GTA Online have been using fuel system for years, and they're extremely popular. That tells you there's an audience for it. Rockstar doesn't need to force on everyone, just give players the option. Next up is mileage and vehicle wear. In GTA 5, cars felt disposable. You steal one, crash it, blow up and move on. There was very little incentive to care about a specific vehicle unless it was rare or expensive. GTA 6 could completely change that by tracking mileage, wear and long-term usage. Imagine buying a car that's cheaper because it has high mileage. The engine sounds rougher, the handling isn't as sharp, repairs cost more. Meanwhile, a well-maintained car feels smoother, quieter and more responsive. Suddenly, vehicles aren't just skins, they have history. This could create something new to show off. Instead of everyone flexing the same supercar, players could flex the condition, care and uniqueness. Two people might own the same model, but one feels completely different because of how it's been driven and maintained. That's the kind of subtle realism that makes a world feel alive. Now let's talk about player appearance, specifically hair and beard growth. GTA 5 touched this idea but never fully committed. You could change hairstyles, but it felt static. Red Dead Redemption 2 showed how powerful this system can be when properly done. Over time, your character changes, hair grows, beard grows. You look different depending on how you live and how much attention you pay to your character. Bringing this fully into GTA 6 could be a huge win. It's not intrusive, it doesn't slow down the game, but it adds personality. You can log in after a few in-game days and notice your character looks rougher, or cleaner, or more put together depending on how you've been playing. It's a small detail, but it makes your character feel human, not static. Closely linked to that is eating actually mattered. In GTA 5, food barely mattered. You could eat endlessly with no real consequences. But older games like San Andreas had systems where overeating affected your character's weight and stamina. Running too much made you lean, eating too much made you slower. GTA 6 doesn't need to go extreme with this, but bringing back a light version of this would add depth. Eating well could improve stamina recovery. Overeating could slightly slow movement. Ignoring food entirely could affect health, regeneration. Nothing punishing, just noticeable. This ties into the idea that your lifestyle actually shapes your character instead of everything being cosmetic only. Now, let's talk about something even smaller, but just as important, animations. Small animations bring the world to life. Opening car doors properly instead of snapping in, checking your phone naturally, leaning on cars, sitting on benches, adjusting clothes. These are things NPCs already do in GTA 5, which makes it even more confusing that players can't. Giving players access to these same animations would massively increase immersion. It's not about realism for realism's sake, it's about feeling like you belong in the world, not like you're floating through it. And when you stop moving, your character naturally interacts with the environment. The game slows down in a good way. It gives the world time to breathe. Finally, let's talk about NPC memory on a small, realistic scale. This doesn't mean every NPC remembers everything forever, but Red Dead Redemption 2 showed how effective limited memory systems can be. If you robbed a shop, the owner remembered you. If you caused trouble in a town, people reacted differently. GTA 6 could bring this back in a modern way. Commit crimes in a specific area and police presence increases. NPCs become cautious around you. Shopkeepers might refuse service or call the cops quicker. You leave the area for a while and things cool down. This adds consequences without locking players out of content. It makes the world react to you instead of resetting constantly. And that's really what all these features have in common. They don't slow the game down. They don't turn GTA into a simulator. They just make the world react, evolve, and feel more real. To wrap things up, GTA 6 doesn't need to reinvent everything. Sometimes, the biggest improvements come from refining the small stuff. These features wouldn't headline a trailer, but they would be the reason players stay immersed for hundreds of hours. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these small features do you want to see the most? Are there any details that GTA 5 missed that you still think about today? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more GTA 6 coverage, and I'll see you in the next one.